Nigel, Carabao Cup exit, but you should be proud of the lads tonight.
Yeah, I don't think we could have done much more in the game, and frustrated them till half time, and it's just getting through that first 10 or 15 minutes of the second half ideally, and one bit of quality from 20-25 yards. He's curled one in. Not much you can do about that, but I thought we grew into the game in the first half. But we started okay and then gave the ball away cheaply, and they certainly got a foothold in the game, but I thought we grew into it at the end of the first half and had some good situations, and so it was going to be difficult to get a goal tonight, but we kept them at bay for the majority of the evening, and Liam Roberts hasn't had too much to do. They're going to have situations where they carve you open, of course, because of the gulf in quality, but generally I think we restricted them.
Were you surprised by the strength of the Everton team when you saw the team sheet?
No, I think David normally puts those sorts of, and then the subs he brings on, not bringing kids on either for the subs, they're bringing some very experienced, good first team players on. So no, I think that's the way David tends to do it, quite rightly.
What was the excitement like in the dressing room amongst the players? Were you able to keep them down?
Yeah, well, the 15-minute delay didn't, you're ready for 7:45, and then all of a sudden at a very late stage you're told that it's 15-minute delay, so that's not ideal. So we just had a nice sort of relaxed 5 or 10 minutes, and as I thought we started the game that way as well, kept the ball quite well, and just generally, as I say, we'll look at the performance, but not too much more we could have done tonight. I thought everybody, subs included, did the jobs.
Towards the end of that first half, we had an awful lot of possession, and you just needed one of those crosses to drop on somebody.
Yeah.
As you say, you're not going to get many chances.
No, that's it. And I thought Lewis Reed should have got a shot off early on as well. We got a situation edge of the box. You're not going to get that many. Will could have hit one. I thought we should have had a free kick on the far side with Will Evans on the edge of the box late on in the half as well. Only by the standards of what was given early on. I think there was one given against Will Evans after 10 seconds. I think he touched the lad with one or two fingers in the back, and a free kick was given. And that was the standard set for the night. However, sometimes it didn't apply all the way through.
And a word tonight on the 6,000 travelling supporters. What great noise.
It's lovely to see the families. We saw them before the game as well in Liverpool for the day and come up and enjoyed it. We don't know whenever we'll be able to come to this sort of arena and stadium again. So it's a great memory. Hate losing in any circumstances, but not much more we can do.
Lewis Reed came off. What's the prognosis?
Yeah, groin. He overstretched his groin. Just to try to get a little toe in. So I'm not sure how he is, but I would think he'd be a doubt for Saturday, unfortunately. It's funny because I shouted, we were trying to arrange the substitution for him straight away with George Maris, and shouted at Lewis to go down so we'd get time, and I said to the fourth official, he's injured. And the reply was, yeah, of course he is. You don't need that really, the sarcasm and that sort of thing. I don't think he'd have said that to David, but never know.
Obviously, as you say, it's taken a lot out of the players tonight with this sort of contest in this sort of arena. Not much time really to get fit and ready now for Saturday.
No, there might be a few pairs of fresh legs needed. It was good to get Sweens on for the last 15 minutes because that was always the plan. He's probably going to start at Lincoln on Saturday, so obviously a day off tomorrow, and we'll have a count-up on Friday morning, a nice light session. And at least next week we've got a clear week leading up to the Wickham game.
Thank you.